Give it to you. Ava?
Yes.
So what's going on today?
So me and my boyfriend got into an altercation last night.
Okay.
And basically what happened was, he went out, didn't tell me. I was really upset. He came home plastered. I put him to bed, and then I started drinking, and I got really drunk, and then we went upstairs to my room, and I was really, really mad, and I did hit him. He smacked me in the face multiple times. I don't really, kind of blacked out during that. But,
Okay.
basically here I have pictures. This was what my face looked like. My lip was swollen, my eyes still a little bruised, and my nose was bleeding everywhere.
Okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much what happened. And then
Where-
safety was called, and they came and took him back to his room. And I said I didn't want to press charges originally, but I would like to now. I don't want him to get arrested or anything.
Okay, well we'll get to that later on. Do you have your ID?
Yes, I do.
You're in person, Georgia? You are.
What's your phone number? And what's your address here?
3601 North Military Trail, Boca Raton 33431.
What building do you live in?
Perper.
What is it?
Perper. P-E-R-P. Wait, yeah. P-E-R-P-E-R.
And what room number is it?
219. And my room is 19B. Or 219B.
219B?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so what time did this take place yesterday?
Around 2:45, 2:30.
In the morning?
In the morning.
Okay, so this morning?
Yeah.
So 2:45 a.m.?
Yes.
Okay. And so he was out?
He was out during the day, came home, was super drunk, and then I started drinking.
And this is in his room?
That it started in his room, and then we went up to my room. The altercation happened in my room.
Okay. What's his room?
He's in Oh yeah, first, but that was earlier.
What time was that?
I would say that. What time would you say I was at Justin's room? 12?
I would say, hold on. I would say,
When did I come upstairs?
I was on the phone with Brian. I would say, I
It
got
was-
off campus at this time. I would say it was about 11:50.
Yeah, so 11:50,
So around 12,
12.
you came to the dorm.
Yeah.
No later than 12:30.
Okay.
Okay, so you're in his room around 11:50 or 12?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. And then how long were you guys in his room?
We had been in there. I had been in there from I want to say around 7 p.m. till
But
then.
the both of you guys.
He was sleeping. Yeah, he was in the room too. He was asleep, and then he came up to my room.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Hey, LT, I'm 2-5 on a call. Can I call you back? All right, bye. So, what time did he get back from drinking?
7 p.m.
Okay, so what happened at 7 p.m.?
So at 7 p.m. we went to his room. I put him in his bed. He went to sleep.
Okay.
I went and started drinking.
In the room?
In the room.
Okay. All right, and then how long did you drink for?
Probably 2 or 3 hours.
Okay, and then what happened from there?
And then I went up to my room and I went up to my room at like 12, but like what? Yeah, I went up to my room. I was very drunk, and people were like his roommates were trying to help me. I don't quite really remember what happened in between, but I went up to my room. His name is Justin. He ended up coming up to my room.
Was there any arguing while he was like in his room or he just went to sleep? What?
I mean, I was yelling at him.
Okay.
I was saying like I was obviously very upset.
This is before he went to bed?
Yeah, and then he wasn't even like conscious to listen to me though. Like he was knocked out.
Okay, so you stay in his room until about midnight? Okay, and then you go up to your room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then what happened from there?
And then he ended up coming to my room too, and around the same time. And
so he followed you up there?
Did he? He came. No, he came up after I was already up there, right?
You came up, you were in the room from I would say like maybe like shy from 2. It was like
1700 West Palmetto Park
drank
Road.
water, ate, got you in bed.
The owner's advised they're going to handle them.
And
So
then
just stand by
10
until
minutes
they
later, someone walked into the room. 10 minutes from that, you were screaming.
Okay, so like probably around 2, he came to the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, so around 2 a.m. he came to my room.
He wasn't in there for long though. It was like 10 minutes, and then once you started screaming, we came down. He was already gone.
Okay.
So it was after everything.
Okay, so 2 a.m. he comes up to your room.
Mm-hmm.
What happens from there?
So that's when we started arguing and like screaming at each other. And my roommate said that she heard us screaming. They came down. And we had already like hit each other by then. And I was bleeding. There was blood everywhere.
Okay, so how did the physical stuff start?
So then we kept arguing. I was still very drunk at this point. He was still coming down from his drunk. We just kept arguing, and then he just smacked me. And I don't quite remember like how it really went from there, but all I know is he kept smacking me. Like I got hit multiple times.
Okay.
And then that's when they came in the room and were like, get out. They called campus safety. Campus safety showed up. They took Justin down to his room. And yeah, and then I was dealing with campus safety from then until like 4 a.m.
So you were smacked in the face several times?
Yes. I hit him more than once too, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, and so then campus safety comes in. Who called them?
Allie did.
Okay, so they get there and he goes down to his room.
Yes.
Okay. Have you talked to him since?
Yes.
Okay. What did he say?
Basically, he came to my room this morning. He apologized, and then we like were kind of okay. And then I've been talking with my dad all morning. I called my dad in the middle of the altercation, and he wants me to press charges, and also my friends do as well. So I told him that I was pressing charges, and then he's just been blowing up my phone, like begging me to talk to him.
How long have you guys been dating?
We've been technically together for like it started not last November, but the November before that. So November 2023.
It's like a year and a half?
Yeah.
Okay. What's his first name?
Justin.
What's his last name? What's his date of birth?
2005.
Do you know where he is right now?
Yes.
Is he in the room?
He's in his room.
Okay. What's your name?
Alessandra.
Alessandra, can I talk to you over here for a second?
Yeah.
All right. So, what is your recollection of the incident?
My recollection of the incident is, hold on, I have timestamps. So last night I came in from my friend's dorm, probably around, I have my location, let me see. Actually, not important, but I came in probably like before 12, like 11:30 or something like that, 11.
Mm-hmm.
Came into the door, saw Ava sitting on the couch. She looked perfectly fine, like her face was good. She was bawling her eyes out, and I was like, okay, no, like she was getting really upset. She was calling like everyone, yelling at them and whatever. Finally, she's standing outside the door with this guy that she knows and their friends, and they were just going back and forth. She was like, let me go to Justin's. He was like, no. Basically, we get her inside. She doesn't go see him. We get her food, water. I literally put her in bed. I turn off the lights. She's in bed. She's good.
This is in her room?
In her room.
Okay.
Hasn't seen him for like maybe an hour or two, whatever. And then it was me, my roommate Marissa, and her boyfriend who doesn't live on campus. We were all just chit-chatting before we put her to bed, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then put her to bed. I'm like, all right, I'm going upstairs. I go upstairs. I lay down for like 10, 15 minutes. I hear little faint screams, like tiny screams. And I'm like, all right, I'm like imagining something. And then I heard a big one and I was like, no way. And then I heard a loud scream. Like I was like, what the hell is going on downstairs? And I opened up my dorm, and same with my roommate. We both rushed downstairs at the same time. Ava's sitting like crisscross applesauce with her head like in her hand. She doesn't have underwear, even though we put her in underwear before bed. Her face is like, all I see, she's like, he gave me a bloody nose. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like putting back her hair, getting her things ready. All I see is a big busted lip. And she's like, her whole comforter is covered in blood. Everything is just soaked. She's like profusely crying. She's shaking. She cannot talk. And I'm like, what happened? He's like, he hit me. And I was like, what? And then before I even went downstairs, I called campus safety. Now fast forward, I went downstairs. He walks back into the room. I don't know what that was, but he came back into the room and he was like, Ava, shut the fuck up. Campus is here. Go wash your face in the sink. I'm like, did you like do this to her? Mind you, like I've known Ava for like since she first came to Lynn, and I know everything about him. Sorry. So I was like, did you do this to her? And he was like, she's crazy, Ava, go wash your face. I'm like, if you didn't do this to her, why? Because he didn't have a shirt. And I go, why is there no scratches on you? And there's blood on his knuckles. I go, where'd you get that from? Because if you just came into the room and you didn't touch her, where'd you get that from? He was like, oh no, like I'm going to wash my hands. Campus here. He shoos off campus. I give my campus's phone number to Marissa's boyfriends, and I said, please go call this and tell them to come to this room. So they came back. At this point, she is getting into the shower. Marissa lets her take a shower, wiping the blood off her face. Justin's still in the dorm, but campus safety is there. And I'm like, please explore. Like, I want to tell them literally what I'm telling you, but I don't want him in the room. And while she was trying to back up like a little bit, while she was trying to get in the shower, he tried to close the door with just him and Ava after her face is fucked up. She can't talk and she's accusing him of hitting her. He tried to close the door on us and he was like, I didn't do this. Like, this wasn't me. Like, you can't be here right now. Like, you need to like leave.
Did you see anything physical happen?
I saw him like shove like a little bit when campus was here, like pretty aggressively, like on the same side. But like I didn't see him hit her or nothing. And he said that she hit him, but he didn't touch her, and she did that to herself. And then he got escorted back to her room, and that was that. He didn't come over. And now he's trying to, currently he's trying to guilt trip her. Like he's came to the dorm already.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
And there's my other roommate.
Okay. Yankee 34. Can I get a routine 94? a female if possible.
All right. You will. Yeah, no problem. I'll be in here.
Okay.
She's on. It's just.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a partner come over and we're gonna talk to him and then we're gonna figure out what's going on. Okay.
Okay. He's not gonna get arrested.
I don't know what's gonna go.
Bodycam.
Ava, where is
Like the tennis court.
Across from the tennis court?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stand by with you while he goes and talks to, I guess, your boyfriend. Yeah. So what happened?
So basically he.
Call me after.
Okay, I love you. So basically we got into an argument last night. He went out and didn't tell me. He got really, really, really drunk. He came home around 7 p.m. I was like yelling at him. We were like, I was trying to like talk to him, but he was like unconscious, like very, very drunk. He went to sleep. I put him in bed. He went to sleep, and I started drinking, and I got very drunk. And then around 12 p.m., I went up to my room, and about an hour or two later, he came to my room as well, and we started arguing. I was very drunk, screaming at him. He smacked me and like started hitting me. And I can show you the picture of my face. That's what my face looked like. Yeah, there was blood everywhere. She heard the whole thing and then came down and helped me and called campus safety, and campus safety removed him from the room. And then I was just with them until about 4 a.m.
Okay. How long have you two been dating?
Like a year and a half. Yeah, we haven't technically been together for a little while, but
It was a little while.
as of like July or August.
Okay, so from August until now, were you just friends? Was there intimacy? Like, would you consider it like an off and on relationship?
Yeah, like we were pretty like kind of off and on, but mostly we still see each other. He sleeps with me every night. Like we still like are practically together, but we're just not like there's no label.
Okay.
$18.99 suspect, $29.99 at 297.
Hello, is Justin here?
Hit by a tire that flew off of a car.
What's going on, man? All right, so I got called, I guess, about an incident that happened early this morning, late last night. First, do you have your ID on you?
Yeah. You want to sit or?
Wherever you want, wherever you're comfortable. Yeah. What's your phone number? Is this your parents' address or old address? Grandparents. What's the best address for you? Is it here or do you get mail somewhere else?
I mean, that's like my grandparents' address because I go to school out here. I'm trying to get like in-state tuition. But
Okay.
I live in Connecticut.
Okay. So what's the best address, like, if we want to get in touch with you? This one?
I guess, yeah.
You're living here for now?
Oh, you're saying like not mail?
No,
Oh,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My bad, that was-
No, you're good. All right. So can you just explain what happened last night
Yeah,
or this
so,
morning, I guess?
Yeah, it was I don't know, like 2 a.m., whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Fort Lauderdale with my friends
Mm-hmm.
at the beach. I came back, went to sleep, and she went through my phone while I was
Who's she?
Ava
Okay.
went through my phone while I was sleeping. I woke up to her hitting me. Like that's what I woke up to was a punch
Where did this take place?
in her room.
Her room?
Yeah.
Okay. So you were sleeping in her room?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I originally got back, knocked out here for
Uh-huh.
like a couple hours. Went up to hers, knocked out, and then got woken up like that.
So she punched you is how she woke you up?
Yeah. And then we started arguing. She told me like she went through my phone. I was like, okay. It just kept escalating. I was just trying to go to bed. Like I just woke up, and I got hit multiple times, and from there, like,
How many?
what are you asking? Like,
I guess
just the
estimate
whole
how many.
story?
Yeah, how many times did she hit you?
All right, yeah. So the complete rundown. I woke up. It was escalating the argument. She probably hit me like 6-7 times,
Mhm.
scratching me on my back.
Do you have any marks?
Yeah, I have like a couple scratches.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about my back. I don't know. Pull it up.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
there?
I mean,
I'm not sure.
it might be a little mark there. Yeah.
And then yeah, so I had like pushed her off me, and
Mhm.
it's a small room. She tripped and fell into the side of the bed.
Okay.
Then we were still arguing. She's hitting me, and then her roommates came down. Campus safety came down,
Mm-hmm.
and then that was the end. I went to bed, but
Okay.
it just escalated so much. I was just like, it hurt genuinely. Like
Yeah.
you're trying to hurt me. I wasn't trying to hurt her or any of that.
So, and she lives in which?
She lives upstairs. Over
You know the
there.
room number?
290. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Either 290. It's not the last one, but the one
Before
before.
it? Okay. So it's right up there. Okay. How long have you guys been dating?
Like a year and a half. I've gone to Greece with this girl. Like
Okay.
it's not like.
Was it like infidelity issues? Did she find something on your phone or like
Yeah,
what?
she just found a couple texts of me flirting with the girl. Like it wasn't like I didn't do anything.
Right.
But yeah.
But that's what caused
Yeah.
the whole thing. Okay. So she smacked you in the face, scratched you,
Yeah.
anything
Well, I woke
else?
up to like a punch. She was throwing my phone around, but like
Mhm.
she scratched me, pushed me, punched me, hit me, whatever.
Okay.
I was just trying to de-escalate it.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to hurt her.
Did you
or any of that.
did you like defend yourself at all? Did you strike her at all?
No, I didn't strike at all. I just like because she was on top of me, scratching me. I just had to push her off, and that's when she tripped into the wooden thing on the side of the bed.
Okay.
And then, yeah, that's when like everybody came down because we were just kept yelling and yelling. So,
Okay. Are you willing to give me a sworn statement?
which is,
I would just swear you in and you would tell the story again.
do I have to go in
I mean, I can't force you to, but
like I'm just trying to figure out the options because obviously I don't want to escalate anything into something that's
right. Like I said, I mean, I can't force you to, but
No, I
part of
understand, but
that's
like-
just part of my job is to collect a sworn statement of the incident. So
like that's why I'm just trying to like if I don't, does that affect me in a bad way? Like
no, it's not. I mean, nothing's going to happen to you. You know, it's not like I'm going to arrest you for not doing it. So it's up to you. If you want to, that's fine. If you don't,
I'm just trying to get best advice from you.
yeah, I
Sorry,
can't. Unfortunately, I can't give you advice. You know, you're an adult, so yeah, you got to make those decisions. So
Can
if
I
you're
call my mom real quick? Or is that, she'll pick up in 2 seconds.
just yes or no.
Yeah. I guess, yeah.
You can call your mom. That's fine.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'm not trying to be.
No problem.
Like, I'm not trying to start anything. So
That's
if I
okay.
get called
Yeah.
in, then what? I just have to Uber back, or
So I mean, you're not going anywhere.
oh.
Yeah.
So what? I'm just writing it.
No, I would just swear you in. I have a camera right here, and you would just.
So what? Do I do a sworn statement? She's just saying if I should say yes or no on a sworn statement. She was just saying like what are the exact like allegations and stuff.
So I mean, I'll explain at the end. You're not under arrest. I'll tell you that.
I'm not under arrest, so should I just do a sworn statement or no? Yeah, I have to give a statement. You're right. I'm sorry.
You'll do it. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let me call you. Let me call you back. All right. Sorry.
Yankee 34. Can I have my case number, please?
2650. 2650.
Copy. Thank you.
Is there a reason you guys don't label it if you're practically dating?
Yeah, basically we like had a lot of issues last year, and we kind of like both cheated on each other, and there's just a lot of trust issues in the relationship, so we just haven't really like fixed it. I keep trying to fix it, but he's very hard-headed.
About 3166.
You know, like he doesn't want. He says he doesn't want a relationship with me. Like still comes back and sleeps with me and tells me he loves me and all that stuff.
Yeah. I hired that for walking apart.
Guys were
So
together.
vehicle was on
We're
the
together.
cross the road.
Next in line.
Yeah.
And that's where the problems start.
I can tell you if you're not getting what you want, he's getting what he wants. So what is the point, right? Because if you have nothing to show for it, he's not with you, he can do whatever he wants, and then he comes and crawls back or does whatever, and now you get into a physical altercation with one another. What just happened?
Yeah.
What is that for?
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, if you both live here, if you're both students here, you're risking getting thrown out. You're risking all of this stuff for what? Right? He's got to want to change, but why would I change if I know that I can just come hang out with you whenever I want to, and I can still dangle the carrot, theoretically,
Exactly.
and keep you around? So that's not going to elicit any change.
Yeah, it's not.
Set a boundary, say what you want. If he can't give you that, on to the next one.
Yeah, 100%.
You should watch me first date on this whole time. Yeah.
Thank you.
Great job. And then tonight we need to get some light girls, whether that's like taking medicine or whatever it may be. And did you go get a refill on your medicine? You need to do that because you're at one bottle of your phone. You got to give you that.
Do you know why they didn't call the police last night?
Because I said I didn't want to press charges. And then I changed my mind.
So just going forward, when something like that happens, call the police. They don't have any bearing here. So if it escalates to a point enough where you're calling campus security, which that'll be said to them as well, with injuries, there's no reason that somebody shouldn't have been called and came here because, like I said, so what if you didn't call us today? Then everything doesn't get documented, nothing happens to anybody, and, you know. But just so that you're aware, in the state of Florida, when you're in a dating or domestic relationship, so dating is obviously, you have some level of intimacy, right? Whether that's holding hands with one another or having sexual intercourse, you're in a dating relationship. Domestic is blood, so family, you share a child in common, you live with somebody as if you're a family, so step parents, things like that. The victim loses the right to whether or not they want to press charges. So the state creates forced separation, meaning that we come out, we determine who is the primary aggressor. From that point, whether or not the person who is considered the victim wants to press charges, doesn't matter. They still go to jail, or whatever. Obviously at that point, whether it's pretty much for crimes like battery, assault, things like that. It creates a forced separation, forced cooling off period. The state of Florida does that because for those who are in true domestic violence situations where they're scared of their abuser, they likely wouldn't ever press charges because of the fact that they're scared. And they don't want to be victimized. They don't want the husband or wherever to think that they're the ones pressing charges and getting them in trouble. So just keep that in mind.
So after this, after you like talk to him and decide whatever, if she decides that she's no longer pressing charges,
She doesn't have a choice.
she doesn't have a choice. Okay.
We're already out here at this point, and like I said, if we determine that you're in, like I said, some sort of dating relationship, if you told me we broke up in August, we haven't seen each other since, we've only acted as friends, I haven't seen him in 6 months, he came to my dorm last night and we got into an argument and we went from there, it'd be something different. Because you're sleeping together, there's some level of, whether you're boyfriend and girlfriend, officially or not on paper, one would say that you're dating, right? Whether it's exclusively dating or not, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So, again, unfortunately, I will tell you that no matter what happens when you get into an argument with somebody, whether you're drunk, whether you're not, don't put your hands on anybody.
100%.
Where are you deleting this from? Ski Desert.
No, I'm considering.
I'm so glad you took those pictures.
Yeah, me too.
I wish I got them while your face was all
Covered in-
up, but
You can still see the blood on my face.
yeah, that was after a baby birth.
That's great.
You have proof of photos of your injuries. In the case, you should make a folder of all your injuries. And the bruises, do you have the pictures of bruises on your arm?
But I do have the picture of my face from once.
You should
Has this happened before?
multiple.
So I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to be very honest with you. And as her friend, I hope you listen. It doesn't get better. Never does. Okay. It only progressively gets worse. So the minute that either you or him put your hands on one another, that's it. Your relationship, that's all it becomes, is that I'm okay with somebody putting their hands on me and I don't expect anything more, right? Being drunk isn't an excuse. I've met plenty of drunk big men who have never put their hands on a female. When you set the precedent of behavior that you allow, they will continue to do that to you. As her friend, I expect you, whether or not she's listening or not, to consistently remind her of that fact, right? So
She also has to remember though that we can't babysit her 24/7 when it's 6 a.m.
100%.
in the middle of the night. She's
100%.
leaving her door.
But sometimes a little bit of tough love, that's where that comes in, right? You can enable in a little bit and you can, hey, you know, I feel bad for you, right? If this ever happens again, my response as a friend would be like, okay, what do you expect? And I'd go back in my room and I'd go to bed. And unfortunately, you'd probably be out of a friend sooner or later because that's not the kind of behavior I would tolerate. So I'm not going to associate with you because ultimately, just for shits and giggles, if she's your friend and this guy knows that he can beat on you and oh well, right? And then now all the other boys in school or his friends know, oh, these two girls hang out with each other. They may be, it's the same with girls who cheat on their boyfriends and you don't want to associate with them because you know that people will think that you do it as well, right? I'm not going to associate with you. I'm not going to be your friend. I don't want to have anything to do with you because I don't want boys, men, whatever it is, to think that that behavior is okay around me. So take it for what it is, right? People can hold your hand. They could do whatever. If you're not going to listen, you're not going to listen, right? But when you end up with a broken eye socket, busted teeth, I don't know, broken neck, hit by a car, I've seen it. Nobody's going to be at your bedside wondering if you're okay when you do that, right? If you need help, if you need resources, if you need therapy or somebody to talk to kind of formulate better habits, things like that, ask your friends, right? Ask your friends to go have lunch with you, or if you have, I feel like I'm going to talk to him again, or whatever it is, we need to go somewhere or do something, do it. right? Because at the end of the day, I'm sure your friends will do whatever it takes to make sure that you stay away from him, right? But when you start bringing him back into your life and accepting unacceptable behavior, nobody's going to feel bad for you, unfortunately. And that's just a hard truth, right? I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to tell you that she's going to be there every day to hold your hand and get you through this. Ultimately, it's like drugs. It's like with anything else, right? You have to make the decision to stop doing it for yourself. And when you're ready for that, it gets much easier.
Think about Gretchen. She has no friends anymore.
No, you're right.
She has her 33-year-old abusive boyfriend. Look at her. Like,
No, that's not.
You're in college. There are plenty of fish in the sea. Not some stupid boy who puts his hands on you, who goes and gets blackout drunk by 7 p.m. Because I don't know about you, but I couldn't tell you that finding a man blackout drunk would be any sort of attractive, right? So start to see those things for what they are and view those things with a different lens. And hopefully he just starts to give you the ick. Because I can tell you, I don't even know what the guy looks like, and I have the ick. So hopefully, whatever it is that you keep going through, something clicks for you. Because I'd really rather not come out here and you're run over by a car or beat to a pulp and on a ventilator or dead.
it doesn't get any better.
So what'll happen is you'll stay in this relationship for another 5 years. You're never going to get what you want, right? And then you're going to get out of college and you're going to get a job and you're going to go somewhere and then you're going to be in another guy. And then that guy is going to be somebody who puts his hands on you, but because you're used to that behavior, it's going to be okay for you, right? And you're going to continue to do that, and you may get married to that guy, and he may pump you full of love bombs and flowers or whatever, and then knock you on your ass the next night, right? And then you have kids. And when you have kids, then you're getting your ass beat in front of your kids, or you're allowing that behavior around your kids, and you become weaker and weaker the longer you let it go. You don't get stronger. You don't wake up one day and get strong enough to leave, right? It's behavior that you need to learn right now. This isn't okay. This is not what I'm going to allow. You go to therapy, which I could tell you that if he's already doing this now, it ain't never going to get better. But in a more mature relationship, right? If you're talking about drinking or cheating or things like that, everybody's got their flaws. It doesn't mean they're a bad person. Those things can be ironed out, right? You can work with somebody, you can go to therapy, they can change their behavior if they truly want you around, right? But if he makes you mad enough to make a decision to put your hands on him, which then elicits a response from somebody who's intoxicated to punch you back, right? You would hope that people have enough reservation and, self-control that they're not going to hit a girl regardless of you slapping him or whatever. But some people aren't built like that. And unfortunately, one day he'll be much bigger than you, and it's not going to end the way that you want it to.
And you're right. It's just not worth it. It's not worth paying. All of this. It's just crazy. It's sad.
All right, this is Officer Smith of the Boca Raton Police Services Department. Today's date is March 6th. The time is now 5:37 p.m. The following is a tape statement with Justin Orecchio. Is that correct? In reference to Boca Raton Police Services Department case number 25-2650. This statement is being taken at Lynn University, 3601 North Military Trail. Justin, can you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear that the statement you will give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Please state your full legal name.
Justin Orecchio.
Okay, in your own words, can you tell me what happened in regards to the incident that was approximately 2:30 this morning?
So I was in Fort Lauderdale with my friends. We were having fun. We were at the beach and stuff. I came home. I fell asleep in my room for a couple hours. Then I went upstairs to the girl I'm talking to. We used to date. Now we're talking.
Okay, but you've been intimate?
Yeah.
Okay, and what's her name?
Ava.
Okay.
And so I went back up to her room, fell asleep. I guess, or she said she went through my phone. I woke up. The way I woke up was to a punch. I woke up. We started arguing because she went through my phone. It just kept escalating for a while. Just kept getting hit, kept getting scratched, pushed, all that. She was on top of me at one point, so then I had pushed her off because she was really scratching me, hitting me in my neck and all that. I didn't strike or any of that. I just had pushed her off as for protection.
Mm-hmm.
And she had tripped, because it's a very small room. She had tripped into the side of the bed. It's
Mm-hmm.
Wooden. And then we had kept arguing for a little while longer, same situation. And then her friends had come down, campus safety had come to like talk about the noise complaint. And from there I had gone to sleep. She had gone to sleep. We woke up, we talked, we said, I'm sorry, it was good. I thought we were good. And now we're here.
Okay, so the first physical thing was you waking up to a punch.
Yeah.
And then from there, she scratched you, and then
broke my phone, pushed me. Like it was going on for a while.
Okay, so she hit you several times.
Yeah, like I was trying to leave, I couldn't. She wouldn't let me leave because she wanted me to sleep with her. But like it was just
Okay.
Yeah, it was just escalating.
And I know you said you had some marks on your rib there, some scratches. If you could just go ahead and pull your shirt up real quick. Okay, and that's from her scratching you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add to the statement?
Just that like she's very physical with me, like very physical. She's on prescribed meds for like brain stuff to like calm her down, and
Okay.
I don't think she was on it at 2:30 in the morning.
Okay.
And like she's done this multiple times before with me, and just I don't know.
Okay.
This is like she's hit me before. Like multiple times. And,
Anything else you'd like to add?
no.
Okay. The statement will now conclude. Time is now 5:40 p.m. This is considered dating violence. Okay, I've determined that she was the primary aggressor of the incident. Okay. With that being said, she is going to have to go to jail tonight. Okay. I have a couple forms here. This is a victim rights to confidentiality form. Obviously, she knows who you are. But this is more so if somebody tries to get the report, certain information will be redacted. And this is a victim notification form, meaning that you'll get notified from the.
So, what is going on right now? She's going to jail right now.
Yes.
And okay.
So I have two forms. If you want to fill them out, you can. You don't have to. Again, this is a victim's rights confidentiality form. If you want to read it, you can. It's just saying if someone were to try to pull the report, some of your information would be redacted.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
What? This is like to get my.
So it's just protecting your information. Yep.
Okay,
So if you want to go ahead and print, sign, and date, and I'll take care of the rest.
So. I don't really have a signature.
That's fine. And then just date. It's the 6th.
March, right?
Yep.
3, 6, 5.
All right. And then this is a victim notification form. I will fill this out if you want me to. It is just saying that you'll get a call that when she's getting released from jail. So if you need to like make any kind of arrangements or anything like that.
If she wants to call me, she.
No, it's not for her to call you. It's just for you to get notified and like because
when she gets out.
Right, because technically you're a victim of dating violence right now.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to?
No.
Okay. So you're gonna. So this just says I choose not to be notified when the arrestee is released. Do you want me to waive that for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. So you don't need to be called. Okay. I'll take care of this one then.
Okay.
All right. All right. Do you have any questions for me? Do you want the case number?
Yeah.
Okay. And just so you know, when it comes,
So what were the charges like? What was the first allegations? Like what was said? Like.
so I mean, if you want to see all that, you can get the report. There's instructions on here how to get it. But so just to let you know, in the state of Florida, when it comes to dating violence and domestic violence, there's no discretion. So if there's a physical incident, we have to determine who the primary aggressor is, and that person has to go to jail. We don't have a choice. It doesn't matter if somebody wants to press charges or not. So this was going to happen regardless. Okay. So I just want you to know that.
So now, is there still more stuff that I have to like?
So at some point, the state attorney is probably going to contact you. So that's just kind of stuff on the back end. But so pretty much what happened is I talked to her first.
I'm saying, so is this now completely done, or like, can I still like get charged with something? I don't know. 'Cause
No,
she
so
pressed charges on me.
no. So the way it works, so she called, and
Yeah.
obviously, I think that was probably her prerogative. But when police come out, we talk to all parties involved. Was there anybody that witnessed the physical incident last night?
No, it was just we were like I was sleeping. We were
Okay,
in
so it was
bed
just the
2
two of you in the
a.m.,
room.
and
Okay.
then they had come down after.
So pretty much is we talk to anybody that's there. Obviously, if there's any independent witnesses, that helps us. Right now, I got her story, I got your story, and what I'm deeming is that she started the physical violence, okay? Meaning you were the victim of a battery. So she's going to get charged with simple battery, dating violence.
Do I have to charge her with that?
That's what I was explaining. So in the state of Florida, there's no discretion for us. When it is domestic or dating violence, she has to go.
Oh,
That's to
okay,
protect
okay.
victims, regardless
No,
of
I
you
understand.
not wanting
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
I have to take her up there today. Okay.
Okay.
So that's what I was trying to explain to you. It doesn't matter whether like the statement, if you want to press charges, anything,
Yeah.
that was still going to happen. So
Yeah.
it's not like you're making this happen. I just want to let you know.
She knows that guy. I just don't.
So my suggestion is cease contact. This is obviously
Yeah.
not a good relationship,
No, yeah.
especially if this is not the first time. If you want to, you can go to the courthouse and get a protection order if you feel you need to. My suggestion,
As long as I'm gonna block her.
yeah,
out.
I would cease contact, block.
Yeah.
Obviously this is not like you never know if it escalates more. Obviously the last thing we want is somebody to get hurt. Okay. You have any questions for me?
Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you. I appreciate your time. All right. Take care.
Ava, can you come over here?
Yes.
Can you just put your phone on top of the car? All right. Put your hands behind your back. Okay. I'm gonna explain what's going on.
What?
All right. I'm gonna explain what's going on.
What's going on?
I'm going to tell you in a second. Just hold on. All right. So you're being placed under arrest for simple battery, dating violence. Okay.
Is
So-
he getting arrested?
No, he's not. Okay.
Why?
So I'm going to explain. So based on your story and his, I determined that you were the primary aggressor and you started the physical violence. Okay. So that's why you're going to be arrested today. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll try to explain it. But that's what's happening. Okay.
I'll explain it to him. Like I told you before, the victim loses the right to press charges when the investigation happens. If you're determined to be the primary aggressor, which you initiate the physical contact, you go to jail. So you don't have.
Allie, bro, call my dad, please.
Yeah, give me a second. I will say again that this is one of the other reasons that we leave the relationships when they turn out like this, because nobody saying how he retaliated against you was okay.
Allie, bro, call Fio, please. Call my
Just
dad.
give me a second. If she doesn't have the number, if you give me the code, I'll get it out of your phone and give it to her so she can call him, okay?
It's 302. 302.
You want to take her dad's number down? 302?
302-650-9828. 302. Wait, that's my number. 302-540-9680.
Just wait a second, just in case he has
My
questions.
vape is in my pocket.
I'll help.
She's going to
So-
search you and
Okay.
take care of all that.
Anything that you have on, she's your roommate, right? She lives there. Would you rather leave your jewelry and stuff with her to bring
Yeah,
back?
can I
Because
do
it all
that?
has to come off.
Okay.
So your vape, things like that, your phone and the cards in there will go with you. Everything else I'll put in a bag and then that'll go with her. Okay? You don't have anything on you?
I want to read the numbers back to you.
Yeah.
Please call Fio.
3025
540-9680.
3025
302
302
540
540
9680. Please put him on speakerphone right now.
Hold on one second. Because if he has questions, she's not going to be able to explain. I'll let you get it out of the phone. How do you take the bracelet off?
There's a...
This thing, right?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Do you pull it?
Yeah, you
I don't
push it
want
in.
to. Okay, so push it. Okay.
Sorry.
You have a list of things. A list of things.
This is why I didn't want to do this, bro. Everyone pushed me to do this. This is why I didn't want to do this. Oh, I need to talk to my dad.
Listen, just take a breath. You're gonna be fine. It's a misdemeanor. Like I said, it's forced separation.
Oh, my other earrings don't come out.
Which ones?
The top one and that
This?
one. Yeah. They're locked in place. I don't know how to get it out.
Alright.
What about, I just have a question. What about if there's like past history where like he was the original aggressor? It would be too late to like talk
Right,
about
right
it.
now.
Yeah.
So far. Yeah, that's not
You
going to
could
change.
bring it up to in court.
Yeah, that's not going to change what's happening, unfortunately.
Your nose ring, I'll leave that in. You have a
Thank
belly
you.
ring or anything?
No.
Okay. They're just probably going to ask you when you get there if you could take it out. So when they take the handcuffs off of you, they'll see if you can unlock it. Just face the car. You don't have anything on you that's going to poke me, prick me, anything like that. No money in your bra, anything like that.
No.
Spread your feet apart for me. Alright, come over to this side. She's gonna take the bag that has your vape and stuff, okay?
Okay. Can I talk to my dad?
Yeah, give him a second. So what happens is from here, you go to our temporary facility where he just has to type paperwork up. So you'll sit down. As long as that's done, I'll explain to your dad what's going on. When he gets back there, when he's done with his stuff, before you leave, as long as you play cool as a cucumber, he'll probably be nice enough just to let you call your dad and talk to you, right? But the biggest thing right now is going to be just as fast as we can. We want to get you up there so that we can get you processed and out. So she'll call your dad and let him know. I'll explain to him why it happened and that he should be expecting hopefully a phone call from you within the next 30 minutes to an hour, okay? But like I said, we just want to expedite the process. When she gets back there, if you want to see when she's unhandcuffed, if she can unscrew like her nose ring and stuff, then I would bring that. But I just didn't mess with it.
Did she mention anything about taking her meds today?
What meds did she take?
I don't know. She has
What's it
two
for?
in her room. She has, I think she's bipolar and another thing. It's like different personality disorders.
Did you take your medicine today? Okay. When are you due? Did you take it at night or?
In the morning, I didn't take it today.
Okay.
I'm okay with
You'll
that.
be out tomorrow, so you'll be able
Tomorrow?
Well, you'll be out by the time to take your meds.
Oh, okay.
So you should be fine.
Will I be out today?
I don't know how they do at the jail. So you come back to our facility, but then you go to Palm Beach County Jail. It's for temporary. Yeah, it's for temporary holding. So I don't know the schedule because I think now they changed it. You have to like see a judge. If you've never been in trouble before, they give you a court date and they send you on your way. I just don't know the time frame. So I don't know if it's going to be tonight. It could be tonight. I don't know. I don't want to give you misinformation. But when you get up there, they should be able to tell you better stuff because they work with the jail.
Okay.
Okay? Do you need anything else? I'll make sure she calls dad and lets him know, and then I'll talk to campus security.
Okay, yeah, I gave him a case number already, so he should be good.
Okay.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it. Yep, go ahead. So the way it works in Florida is because you guys are in a relationship, that qualifies as dating/domestic violence. So it doesn't matter. Like we have no discretion when it comes to these situations. So even if a person says they don't want to press charges, we still have to make an arrest, and that's just more for safety of victims. And then if in case they say, oh no, they don't want to do it because they're scared. So it had in these situations, it doesn't matter what the people ask to do. We just have to effect a physical arrest. So right now we're going to our police station, and I'm going to have to fill out some paperwork. That should maybe be an hour and a half, hopefully quicker. From there, I'm going to take you up to West Palm Beach, the Palm Beach County Jail. You'll probably be there till the morning when there's first appearance. I'm not positive, but you're going to be okay, all right? Just breathe for me. Yeah, so once I get you in there, I got to do my paperwork, but after, I'll let you call him, okay?
Yeah, so I mean, like I was explaining before, when you're in that domestic relationship, whether or not you want to press charges is one thing, right? We have to come out, and the biggest thing is determining who started the altercation, right? So even though she has injuries, even though he hit her back, if he did initiate the physical violence, and she did, which she admitted to, and he's saying the same thing, even though, like I said, it's not right that he hit her back, as far as the state is concerned, if we find out who's primary, they go. When they go, it's a formality. It's not because he wants to press charges. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes. Anything that happened prior can be documented. So if she has pictures, things like that, I would say like the civil process of a restraining order, that helps for that. It's just when you start to document like crimes that have dated a month, 2 months, 3 months out, it's kind of hard to legitimately file those, because how do I know that she got those bruises from that? And if I talk to him and he says, I didn't hit her, I've never hit her, what do we have?
So even if his injuries, like I saw him yesterday, a little scratch right
Doesn't
here.
matter.
Doesn't matter.
It's not the level of injury. Like I said, it's the primary aggressor. So who
That's
initiates?
Like solely what it's based on?
Solely who initiates it. If you can't determine that, so right, if they get into a boxing match, she's got injuries and he doesn't. Like, let's just say he doesn't even have a scratch on him. And we go out there and she's like, no, I didn't hit him first. Like, he just pummeled me. And he's like, well, no, I didn't hit her first. Like, she attacked me, but he's got nothing to show for it. Then yes, you go based on injury. However, she admitted to touching him first. So if he refuted that and said, well, no, I pushed her first, that would probably be a situation where they would both go. So we want to avoid arresting the victim. So the person who was punched first, hit first, we want to avoid that at all costs. However, there are situations where that doesn't happen. So if they both have injuries, if they're both saying the other person started it, there's conflicting statements, we don't have any witnesses, they're both banged up, we would take them both.
So he's just like good to go, like no charges will be on him whatsoever.
She initiated it, so again, it becomes self-defense at that point. Whether or not we agree that the level of self-defense, unfortunately, we don't get to argue that, right? We don't get to say
something that there is a level. Like I thought there was something like if I pushed you right now and you decide to like beat the shit out of me, like your response. So that's like not a thing. There, you can go as much force as you want.
Obviously, it would come to like, to get you to stop fighting me, right? I had to fight back, and we're in a physical altercation, because generally it's never just a push and a beat to shit. And then again, it becomes at what point can I determine that specific incident resolved? So you shove me, I punch you right in the eye, and then we break apart. We now have people separating us, and now I go to reinitiate contact with you. 2 different incidents, and you're the primary for one and I'm the primary for the other. However, when you're not in a dating relationship and it's just people on the street or friends or whatever, I can choose whether or not we want to do anything. So what happens 99% of the time is I don't want to press charges, or I do, and then the other person does, and neither one of you wants to go to jail, so you both just decide not to press charges. It's just different when it comes to dating and domestic. Unfortunately, this is what happens. A lot of the time, people don't understand the law, or they're not familiar with it. They think they're doing the right thing. Their friends think that, oh, well, she's got a black eye or whatever, he's obviously going to go to jail. And that's not how it works. And then you get situations like this where she is, I'm not negating that she's probably a victim of plenty of other incidents. However, in this incident, she's not.
situation. So what happens from here? She goes to the holding
She
cell.
goes to our police department, which
In
is
Boca?
downtown. Yep.
Okay.
And then he does the paperwork. So probably within the hour, everything will be done, and she'll be transported up to Palm Beach County Jail, which is off of Southern Boulevard and I-95.
Yeah.
So it's literally right off of
Can I
Southern.
write that down? Okay.
Mhm. It's Palm Beach County Jail. If you look it up, it's
Palm
off Gun
Beach
Club.
County Jail. Okay. Oh, I overheard that. I have that written down.
Yeah. So
Okay. And then would she be just like let out after?
So it's
there?
ROR, so it's released on her own recognizance. So if she doesn't have any failure to appears, if she's never been arrested before, things like that,
Okay.
the judge will just give a court date and say, hey, listen, this is when you need to come back and this is when we're going to square it away.
Like bail or extra.
No, and if usually not. Now, if there
Okay.
is, it's usually minimal for certain things, and then you pay 10% of that. So
Okay.
I don't believe for this there should be a bond because if she's
Uh-huh.
never been in trouble before,
Yeah.
she should be
Not to my
okay.
knowledge.
But again, if it's $1,000, she would pay $100. She would
Okay.
bond out, and then she would have to go to court. If she
Mm-hmm.
doesn't show up to court, whoever pays the bail ends up on the hook for the rest of the money.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
So there's plenty of numbers in there. So if
Mm-hmm.
she has questions or they would guide her through how to bond out or bail out if she needed to.
So
But
she'll
that's
be out
not going to
by
be.
tonight. So
I don't know
Or,
because they used to do it where if they could issue a court date, they'd kind of turn them they'd turn them out like quicker.
Mm-hmm.
However, recently I know that they started requiring people to see the judge.
Okay.
The judge doesn't work at night, so it could be
and then-
6 a.m. in the morning until she
Okay.
gets out.
Okay.
But it would be
Hopefully
first thing.
sometime tomorrow at least.
I would say the very latest would be like 6, 7 a.m.
Okay. Tomorrow. Okay.
tomorrow morning. But other than that, I don't want to say she's not going to get out, but she
Understandable.
might. I don't
Okay.
know.
Awesome.
Do you want to call Dad so if he
Yes.
has questions?
Yes. Let me hope I got this right number. 30254 09 6. I'm gonna hope that's. Hello. Hi, this is Allie, Ava's roommate. So, yeah, of course. So basically, the cops came out and talked to Ava, talked to me, and talked to Justin. In the state of Florida, they basically, since it's a dating incident, they look at who is the aggressor in the situation, and the cops felt that Ava is the aggressor. So right now she is in handcuffs and she is heading to a holding cell in Boca. And basically that they're going to process her, and after that she's gonna go to Palm Beach jail. And since she doesn't have any previous offenses, she should look to get out by tomorrow morning latest.
How could they think that?
I don't know. I'm with the cop now. If you would like to speak to her.
Yes.
Here you go.
Hello, this is Officer Riccardi.
Hi, what's going on? I mean,
So-
my daughter's getting beat on, and you're arresting her.
Yeah, so in the state of Florida, we have to determine who the primary aggressor is. Your daughter admitted to putting her hands on him first, so she initiated the physical altercation. He did not refute that, so he said, yep, she hit me first. Obviously, nobody agrees with, a personal preference. I don't agree with anybody hitting anybody back. However,
So in Florida, a guy can beat on a girl because she reached out to him first.
she didn't reach out. She didn't reach out to him. She admitted that she slapped him multiple times first, and then he initiated physical contact back, so it becomes
And that's
self-defense.
okay.
That's the law. You're allowed to defend yourself, whether or not you agree with it or the level that he hit her or whatever. Unfortunately, it's considered self-defense when somebody else hits you, whether or not you're a man or a woman. If you put your hands on somebody first and we can determine that, you become the primary aggressor. As she was explaining before, because it's a dating relationship and it's not friend on friend, the victim, so him in this case, and even her, and I guess there's previous incidents she never reported, the victim doesn't have the right to choose whether or not they want to prosecute. So even if he was, I don't want to prosecute, the state of Florida automatically picks up the charges because it's domestic or dating violence related. It's to protect the victim of obviously a different circumstance when you're in a relationship with an abuser and you're scared of the abuser and you don't want to press charges because you're scared of retaliation. it pretty much takes that right away from the victim. So the person that's determined to be the primary aggressor always goes to jail. It creates forced separation. Then from there, obviously, I was explaining to her if she has documentation or things like that from previous incidents, and she explains it to the judge or whatever court proceedings. Now, what happens after the initial arrest, if he says he doesn't want to be involved in any sort of court case, the charges would ultimately get dropped. It's just like I said, the initial arrest and forced separation, he doesn't have any choice in, just like she wouldn't have any choice in. I explained to your daughter in length prior to when the other officer was talking to, I guess, the male half, that we don't put our hands on people, right? So whether, and at the very least, I told her that unfortunately in situations like this, sometimes the guilty party and the party that everybody knows is at fault, whether it has to do with his previous abuse or things like that, they sometimes get away with things like this because they entice you, or you get to a point where you're still letting them in your life, and then you act out and you don't act like you should, and then now you're on the hook for things. Trust me, I explained it to her. She understands that her friends, everybody has the best interest as far as trying to create, but ultimately it's up to her. So she shouldn't, I told her it doesn't get better, it only gets worse. So, you know, I hope that at some point it resonates with her and that she obviously has no further contact with this person.
She called the police though out of fear for herself because he broke her lip and gave her a black eye. And the state of Florida is encouraging men to hit women by doing this. It's not really. I understand your position, but this is really bad to send a young girl to a holding cell in the Palm Beach jail when she was beat on by a male. As a woman, I can't believe that you can even, like, that's a really tough position.
But it's not, because unfortunately the statute outlines it very, very clearly. It's the person who initiates the physical contact, so it has nothing to do with gender or whether it's socially right or wrong. At the end of the day, you still, as a female, should not be putting your hands on a male. There's no justification for his retaliation. I don't condone it either way. But you cannot also hide behind the guise that you're a female and that you can get away with hitting a man just because he's a man either. So, you know, I explained it to her. She's aware of it. She's okay. We're gonna get her up there as quickly as possible. Hopefully, at the very latest, she would be out by first thing in the morning. They give her a court date. Like I said, the state attorney would contact him. If he wants nothing to do with criminal charges, then what happens is the case just gets dropped. She goes on her merry way, and hopefully she never speaks to him again. I made her friends very aware that if she starts to go back to whatever sort of cycle that he's involved in, that they need to put their foot down too, because at some point we have to realize that,
you know, as her dad, I encouraged her to call the police to look out for her, and this is what I get.
I'm going to have a very long talk with campus safety too, because if there were other incidents that she claims there were, where she had a busted eye, or she should have reported it. She should have called. She should have, because this could have been a totally avoidable situation. And sometimes we don't make those decisions because we care for the other person and we're blinded and we misjudge. And then it gets to a point where, hey, this has already happened, and your dad, right? So I know that this has happened 1, 2, 3 times before. So now, call the police.
I'm also the dad that convinced her when she didn't want to call. I made her call the police, and now she's going to jail.
Ultimately, everybody's an adult here, right? We make decisions, whether drunk, whether not. Just going forward, anytime I hope that this has gotten at least enough ingrained in her head that when you start something like a relationship and anything.
Your point is well taken, and I understand it, and I appreciate you doing a good job to explain it. But the bottom line is, as a dad, when a girl's getting beat on, the first thing that a child, like, okay, she's an adult, but she's still a kid, right? So the first thing you think of is, regardless, if this type of physical altercation is coming down, and I, as a father, encourage her to call the police, putting her in a holding cell because of this it's insane. It really is.
And unfortunately, it's just most people, until it happens, they're ignorant to like the law and what is required or what isn't required by statute. And most people don't realize throwing drinks on people is battery or poking somebody is battery until they're in a situation where the law is explained in entirety to them. So I told her friend to expect a call or whatever. If the friend can go get her, if she has Uber, whatever, she's aware. And then, like I said, we'll talk to campus safety. Going forward, I would just have her take whatever other picture she has, and I would try and push her to get a restraining order, so that it forces, again, him to leave her alone.
And nobody could have her call me before they put her in the car?
No, the other officer like I said, wants to get her back to the police department so he can start the paperwork, but she will call you. He said as long as he gets back there and can do this quick, he'll let her use the phone to give you a call before she goes.
Unbelievable. All right. I understand, but I can't tell you I'm real thrilled about it. It encourages people not to call the police.
And sometimes that's the case, but unfortunately, I hope that if she's ever in this situation again, she knows that she should call the police immediately if a man puts the hands on her and she doesn't stay and then avoid calling multiple times, and then now we're in this situation.
Yeah, it's a pretty backward system, but I mean, I get it.
Okay, well, here's the friend. I don't know if you have any questions for her, but it's her phone.
Thank you.
So.
All right.
Hello.
Do you need anything or no? He already gave the case number. I think he said he already gave it.
Hey, did you get like all the case numbers? I don't know. Do you have a case number? Just in case you don't have them? We just want to double check. I don't know if the other guy did or whatever. So at least before you leave with that.
42, can I have the case number out here, please?
You getting ready to go home?
Nope.
Oh.
Case number is 2650.
Have a nice. I don't know procedure here. All I will say is this. I don't know if he explained it to the others. Whatever it is, I would just make it crystal clear to whoever works here and is employed here. If she comes with injuries because it was reported to campus safety, but she decided she didn't want to press charges, always call us, because they don't have the right, and nobody expects everybody to know what they're allowed or not allowed to do, right? Even if somebody says, I don't want to press charges, we'd much prefer you to call us come out and determine what happened last night, and then we go from there, because we would hate, it wouldn't have changed anything. She still would have gone to jail. But in other situations where, let's say she avoids calling and then now she's getting beat up for a second day in a row, and something like that. So if you're called, if somebody has injuries, whatever it is, just cover yourself, because if I was a parent, I'd be coming down on why didn't nobody call last night. So just make sure everybody knows, just call us. We'll come out. We don't mind. It's not a big deal.
So that's like she's just...
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, she's probably going to be mad that everybody kind of forced her hand to report. As I tried to explain to Dad, I don't, unfortunately, I have to see this with very clear lenses, and I can't, my personal opinion on whether or not a man should hit a woman has to go out the door, because it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
As a girl, do I think you should hit a guy? Absolutely not. It's unless if you're ready to get punched in the face, you shouldn't put your hands on somebody either. That's just plain and simple, right? Do I think it's justification for somebody else retaliating to that? Absolutely not, because I'm sure that he could have grabbed her and controlled her in a better manner versus hitting her in the face, right? If we're drunk, if we're not
more than one slap.
Right.
Her face is really fucked up.
But whatever it is, right? Whether he punches her, whether he slaps her, none of that would be justification when you could restrain somebody else. But in that instance, how we defend ourselves, I don't know, right? Because I could tell you that if somebody feels comfortable enough doing that and that's their first instinct, but if you're already an abuser and you're already somebody who likes to hit people, and you now give me the opportunity to hit you, why would I not hit you back?
Yeah.
We can't expect him to act the way a normal man would act if he's acting that way, right? I'm sure this guy will tell you I'd never hit a woman.
Yeah.
And then if somebody punches him, his first instinct is going to be like, she's a girl, fuck her, and punch her in the face, right?
Okay.
He's probably going to restrain her and act accordingly, because that's not who he is. He's already shown you the type of person he is on multiple instances. and then we instigate it and we hit him, we can't expect him to act any other way than he's already acted.
Okay.
It's not justification. It doesn't mean it's right or wrong. He has some serious lessons that need to come his way, but we don't avoid calling the police 2, 3, 4 times when he's the one that actually hits us and initiates it, has marks and bruises all over her that we can then prosecute him for, because unfortunately then it does. I've seen it plenty of times.
Yeah.
That we come out to these things and the real victim is the one getting arrested.
Yeah.
Because of the one instance they decide to call the police.
So when she's there, will she be able to make phone calls? How does
If it's
that
a
work?
local number, she should be able to.
Like a local, like in-state?
Like in the jail, the dial out, she won't be able to call dad from the jail phone.
Okay.
If
So
it's a
she won't be able to call,
561,
like, any of us.
if it's a 561-954 number, I don't even think it works Miami zip
that's
like
not
area
bad.
codes. So no, I don't. To my knowledge, I don't think so.
Okay. And then how does she get back from the jail?
We shut her phone off so she saves battery. All her property gets put into like their jail property stuff, and then when she gets out, she can turn her phone on. She can let you know, hey, listen, I've been released, whatever. This is where I'm at, and somebody can pick her up who has a car, or if she has Uber, she can Uber back. You know, at
And
that.
did you tell her dad that part of it?
She,
Or like he
the
didn't
other,
really ask?
the other officer can explain to her if she
Okay.
has questions.
All right.
But
All right.
do what you can as far as being her friend to avoid this in the future. I would cease whatever contact anybody in your friend group has with this guy, and
No one talks to him.
but that's not. And if she decides to do this to herself, at some point you have to realize that you're not going to be able to intervene, and you can stay friends with people. But when she comes to you and she's all black and blue, I'm not taking the pictures for you. I'm not walking you down to campus safety. You're on your own.
Okay.
Because at what point do we learn, right? If I continue to enable your behavior, you're never going to do what's actually right for you. And sometimes making that decision on your own is what she needs to be able to push herself out. So you or the dad or the friend saying, we need to go, and her being like, okay, fine, and coming here, she still may not be ready to let him go. She may get out of jail and go over there and talk to him about it. So I hope that's not the case, but restraining order, everything like that is done through the county courthouse, which is off of Atlantic and Delray. So if she gets out, she wants to take the pictures, videos, if she's got text messages, anything like that.
Are they going to believe her, though, when she was the one being arrested?
Yeah, so it depends on the circumstance.
Like this circumstance, after this, she says, I want a restraining order.
You have to be able to prove, so documentation, images, text messages, things like that. You'll work with a victim advocate who will. It's a very lengthy process. It's not just I want a restraining order. Like you have to show proof. You have to write down specific instances. On this day, I was sucker punched in the face. That correlates with this picture, and then he texted me 2 days later and apologized for hitting me. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
If you have things like that, I hope the court would still put something in place. But again, even then, it shows that she had injuries resulting from this. So even though she's the primary aggressor, it's not to say that it will completely negate anything that she tries to do in the future. It's just a little bit more of a lengthy process.
All right. Well, thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
I appreciate
Yep.
it.